And a pleasant good morning and welcome to Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey. For Pope John Junior Lion 11U football, Mike Formisano along with you calling today's game, and actually it's a scrimmage, but the last scrimmage of the preseason before week 1 next week at Pope John High School. And today the Pope John Junior Lions are taking on the Montclair Bulldogs. Pope John coming off a scrimmage last week in Keyport, where they took on St. James and then Toms River. Good practice and a good scrimmage had by all. And the team under Coach Rob Zawicki chomping at the bit, ready to get started for the season. But one more scrimmage today against Montclair before the season starts next Sunday. Let's go over the rosters. And the team does not have their official jerseys right now, so they're wearing different jerseys from years past. So there's all different number changes, and we're going to go through it with you and just work with us as we do. Number 1 today is going to be Mason Seeger. Number 51 will be Logan Mazaway. 22 is Noah Kraus. Number 49, Ted Zwicky. Number 34, Ryder Espinoza. 33 is John McCann. Also number 33, Elon Nisbeth. Number 8, Alexander Formisano. Number 20, Danny Filato. Number 54, Owen Dawson. 61 is Anthony Grego. Number 34, Declan McCarrick. 60 is Rowan Pena. 44 is Cooper Lapin. Number 31 is Matthew Schultz. And number 26 is Braden Convey. Not here today are Bennett Pucci and James Mahalik. The head coach of the 11 and under Pope John Junior Lions is Rob Zawicki. Also, the defensive coordinator, Dan Filato. Assistant coaches, Greg Mazway, Anthony Grego, Jeff McCarrick, Jose Pena, Dennis Espinoza, and Paul Weibel. The athletic trainer is Gerard Graziano. The team moms and managers are Corinne Schultz and Melanie Zawicki. The Junior Lions athletic director is Brian Carlson. Varsity head coach Tom Gaston. The league president is Chris Bronco, and the league VP is Dave DiArco. I'm Mike Formisano. We are here live at Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey for the final scrimmage of the 2024 season before the regular year starts next week at Pope John High School. It's the Lions from Pope John against the Bulldogs from Montclair, and that's next opening drive right after this.
I gotta go. Matt's here.
I don't want to take that over. Good luck, man. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Come on, let's go. See you Tuesday. Practice Tuesday.
Welcome back to Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lion 11 and under Junior Lions football. Mike Formasano here calling today's scrimmage as the Lions get set for the beginning of their season, which will begin next Sunday at Pope John High School. The opponent and the time will be announced later in the week by Pop Warner, and we'll let you know as soon as we find out who they'll be playing. Pope John under head coach Rob Zawicki getting set to take on Montclair today. Good scrimmage last week in Keyport against both St. James and also Toms River. And again, we're not officially keeping score, but it is going to be played like a real game today with the officials and the clock, and they'll be recording the score, but again, this won't go in the books as an official game. So, but good practice for this 11U team that is trying to find their footing and get off to a good start this season. Last year's team under head coach Jared Cofrancesco, 6-2 in the 11U North Jersey Pop Warner division, and then falling in the semifinals against the Rahway Chiefs. So they'll look to get a good start this year, and that will be next weekend. Later on after this game at 1:30 p.m., please join us for Pope John Junior Lion 13U football as head coach Matt Emmering and the Lions will take on the Montclair Bulldogs as well. That also will be a scrimmage before next week's home opener. Captains at midfield discussing the ground rules and coin toss. Head coach Wiki out there as well. And now they come back to the sidelines. There's number 31 and number 61 for Pope John. And again, we're working off numbers from old jerseys because the team doesn't have their regulars. They should be getting those this week in time for the season opener. So 61 is Anthony Grego, which is going to be his number this year. And number 31 is Matthew Schultz, who will normally be wearing number 89. So we'll traverse the sidelines as the plays happen. We'll start at the 35-yard line. We'll find out who gets the ball first. The Pope John Lions in their blue uniforms, blue jerseys and white pants and blue socks, gold and white trim. Gold helmets with the blue lion on the side. They're going right to left on your screen. The Montclair Bulldogs in black uniforms with white helmets.
Front line, Elon, JJ, Convey over here. Turn around.
Let's see, I think, last year's rule for 11U was that they started each game at the 35-yard line and for the beginning of the first and second half. As far as kickoffs are concerned, that's usually something that is reserved for 13U. I was not made aware of the rule change, however, it looks like they are going to kick as they got a tee set up at the 40-yard line for Montclair. So the Bulldogs will be kicking off first to Pope John. The Lions, again, going right to left on your screen.
Come on, boys, get fired up.
It'll be number 44 kicking off for Montclair. The last scrimmage of the preseason for Pope John before we start for real next Sunday at Pope John High School. Here's the kick. All the way down to about the 35-yard line. Anthony Grego tried to play it. It went through his hands. It goes over to Mason Seeger wearing number 1 today. And so Seeger will down it there. Pope John will take over. 1st and 10 for the Lions in their own territory. We'll get a down and distance marker in just a second. First down for the Lions. Waiting for the referees to spot the ball from North Jersey Pop Warner. So they're going to spot the ball at the 30-yard line. Pope John on the first offensive series. And again, the scoreboard not turned on today, so the referees will keep the clock on the field, and we'll try and keep the score as we go along. First play of the scrimmage for Pope John at their own 30-yard line. Quarterback Mason Seeger under center. Take the snap, hand off to Grego. Grego to his right, working his way through the defensive line for Montclair, able to scamper for about 3 yards, and they'll mark it at the 33. Second and 7 for the Lions. 3-yard gain for Grego.
Grego! Grego! Grego, it's goal backs! Grego, goal backs!
Lions in the huddle. Now the Lions break the huddle. Out to the 33. Second and 7 to go. Seeger under center. I formation. Man in motion is number 44. We have movement on the line. It looked like it may very well have come from the Montclair defense. We'll wait for the official signal.
Nitro, nitro!
Yep, offside against Montclair. So it'll move the ball forward 5 yards.
Nitro, nitro, nitro!
And that'll shorten the Lions' distance to a first down. Second and 2. Now from the 38. Number 44 in motion for Pope John. Moving again on the line, and I think it was number 1 from Montclair who jumped. We'll get confirmation on that. It was Cooper Lapin on the advancement there. Penalty, I think, is going to be against Pope John. Nope, it is Montclair. So, 5 yards and an automatic first down.
Mason! Mason!
First down, 10 to go for the Lions.
One! Tell them on one!
Well, they're moving the ball back. Oh, you know what it was? They said it was against Pope John. And the official on the field started moving it forward for
One. Make sure they know.
first down. Instead, the penalty was actually against Pope John, so we're going to move it back. We'll move it back to the 34. So the official's getting the call reversed on the field, and Pope John with the penalty. Lapin in motion, Seeger under center. Still remains second down now. 6 to go for the Lions. Movement on the line. Flags down.
Huddle up. Hold the huddle. Basic.
And it's a false start penalty against Pope John. They'll move it back 5. So now the Lions, where they thought they had a first down initially, turns out they're actually second and long now. 2nd and 11 due to a couple of false start penalties.
Huddle up.
And another flag on the play.
Guys, can't touch the ball and then huddle. I hear you.
So false start against Pope John, and I'll kick it back 5 more yards. 2nd and 16. Spot the ball at the Pope John 24. First quarter here of the scrimmage here at Rapkin Field in Union, New Jersey. Mike Formasano along with you, calling today's scrimmage between the Pope John Junior Lions 11U team and the Montclair Bulldogs. We'll do it again at 1:30, but only on the 13U level, as Pope John 13 and under will take on Montclair right here in Union. Nathan Seeger, number 1, under center. 3 men in the backfield for Pope John. Lapin in motion. Here's a snap. Pope John gets it off. The handoff to Anthony Grego up the right side and through the defensive line into the secondary. Gained about 4, maybe 5 on the play. They're going to mark the ball at the 27-yard line. So officially a gain of 3 for Pope John.
Go! Greenbacks, let's go, Greenbacks!
Well, that'll bring up 3rd down for the Lions. Remember, the Lions started at the 30, and then with penalties, first to Montclair and then a couple against Pope John, they're now at the 27-yard line. They've got to get to the 40. So 3rd and 13 for Pope John. Lions up to the line.
Ryder!
Shotgun. Danny Filato with it. The pass to Grego. Makes the catch, but met right at the 25-yard line. So good shotgun pass from Filato to Grego for the reception. However, no room to run on the left side. And that's going to bring up fourth down. It's actually a loss of 2 for Pope John, and they're going to punt it away. 4th and long for Pope John, and they'll punt to Montclair.
We went over this 30 times. Roman, get off! You're not on punt, get off!
So Grego is back to punt. Here's a snap. Grego has it. Good kick by Grego down to about the 42-yard line. And a fair catch by the Montclair punt returner, number 2. So the ball goes over to the Bulldogs, and they'll start with their first offensive possession. No score here in the first quarter.
Hey, if there's a penalty.
Right, Mason, right. Guys, get on the ball. Get on the ball. Play your side.
So the ball officially spotted at the Pope John 41-yard line. Montclair with their first offensive possession. Again, no names and numbers for Montclair, so we'll just go with the numbers on the uniforms. Actually, no names, my apologies. Is snap to the quarterback, to the tailback, number 10, and he is wrapped up in the backfield by number 61, Anthony Grego. Grego with the open field tackle on the tailback. Good defensive play by Grego, and a loss of 1. That brings up 2nd and 11.
Get up on that ball. Get set. Matt, inside shoulder. 2X, 2X, 2X. Fire off that ball. Go.
Here's a snap.
Fire.
Hand off to the tailback, number 10. Runs into his own receiver, and he fumbles, and it's recovered by Pope John. Number 31, Matthew Schultz, with the fumble recovery, and the Lions will take over. So the key to that play was the tailback running into his own offensive lineman. Ball hits the turf, and Schultz jumps on it. Pope John with the first takeaway of the game.
Good defense, boys. Good hard hitting. Way to get through the line.
No, timeout on the field by Pope John. We'll take one as well. No score here midway through the first quarter in this scrimmage at Rapkin Field in Union, New Jersey. We'll be back right after this.
Let's get that blocking.
Welcome back to Rapkin Field in Union, New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lion 11 under football. Mike Formasano along with you calling today's game. And the scrimmage here in Union, we have no score between Pope John and Montclair. The Lions getting the ball back for the start of their second offensive possession thanks to a fumble recovery by Matthew Schultz. First and 10 from their own 42. Matthew Seeger, number 1, under center. 3 men in the backfield for Pope John. Man in motion is number 34. Ryder Espinoza. Here's the handoff all the way towards the near sideline, and the running back for Pope John actually has Seeger with the keep, and he is brought down by the Montclair defense. So Seeger loses about, about 4 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 14 for the Lions.
Tight huddle. Quiet.
Seeger back under center. Lions in the huddle discussing the next play. 2nd and long for Pope John. At their own 34-yard line. Man in motion is number 34, Espinoza. Here's a snap. Handoff right through the middle. And a gain of about 4 on the play. That is number 44, Cooper Lapin, with the rush. So good run through the Montclair defensive line by Lapin. Gives the Lions some positive yardage. Ball spotted at the 38 of Pope John. 3rd and long. Lions have to get to the Montclair 48. Seeger under center. Here's the handoff to Grego. Grego runs through the middle in an air hash mark. Gains about 5.
First down.
And that's going to bring a 4th down for Pope John. Good 5-yard gainer. But they need to get to the Montclair 48, and they are still about 10 yards shy. So, 4th and 10.
Come off the line, boys. Guys got to blast off the
Lions
line.
out of the huddle. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 10 yards to go. Danny Filato, number 20, under center now. 3 men in the backfield. Man in motion is number 51, Logan Masway. Here's the snap. The pitch back to Seeger. Seeger tries to cut the corner. Can't get past number 9, the defensive back for Montclair. Makes the tackle, drops it for a loss, and the Bulldogs will take over. Quick timeout. We'll be back to Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey right after this. No score between Pope John and Montclair.
Line up, defense, let's go. Quarterback, slow down the line and see what it's doing. Get water. Boys, water. Water. Down there. Right, water. Come on. Good job, boys. Yeah, you're the wide receiver. Guys, get water. Hey, take it up. That last play, you guys all went the wrong way. 50 power pitch, you guys went the wrong way. You have got to miss it to the quarterback. You guys have to do it. You understand?
Welcome back to Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lion 11U football. Mike Formisano here calling today's scrimmage. We are moving now into the 2nd quarter of this scrimmage as Pope John and Montclair are scoreless. Lions failed to get a first down there, so Montclair will take over. This will be the 2nd offensive push for the Bulldogs today. Pope John 0-for-2 on their 2 offensive drives, but they got a takeaway on a fumble recovery in the 1st quarter. So they are winning the takeaway battle 1-0 at this point. No score on the board, and the ball spotted at the Pope John 36 as Montclair gets set to start this set of downs.
Watch your helmets when you line up. You got to make sure they know. Let's go.
Montclair up to the line.
Mason, give him a bump. Get right up on the line, Mason. Ryder, get up on the line. Give him a bump. Find out what's going on. Do
Quarterback set under center, I formation. Here's a snap. Handoff to the tailback, number 10. Through the line on the left side. Brought down by number 54 for Pope John. That is going to be Owen Dawson.
Go, get tackle, get ready. Get set. Owen, get off the ball harder. Come
Ball
on.
spotted at the 30. So a 6-yard gain for Montclair.
Go for his leg. Don't try to wrap him up too high. One X, go. Coop, outside, Coop. Get set.
Second and 4 for Montclair from the Pope John 30-yard line. I formation.
Go, go, go.
Handoff as the quarterback falls down, but he gets it off to number 10. Breaks tackle, now a second, and all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Montclair. Number 10, breaking a couple of Pope John tackles, and a 30-yard rushing touchdown for the Bulldogs will make it 6-0. So that play could have almost been a disaster for Montclair as the quarterback was falling down. But he got the handoff to the tailback just in the nick of time. And number 10 for Montclair making the magic happen. Breaking one Pope John tackle, then another. And then found a pathway to the end zone inside the near goal post. 6-0 Montclair leads over the Pope John Lions. Point after by Montclair. Now again, with the rules of Pope John, if you attempt to kick it and you get the kick converted, it's 2 points. If you run or pass, it's a point. Let's see what Montclair is doing. I believe they're going to try either run or pass. Number 11 under center, so they're going to go for the 1 point. Here's the handoff to 10. 10 met by Grego at the line. We got a flag down on the play. So Pope John stops the point after attempt, but we're going to see the penalty is against Montclair. So Pope John will decline it, and the score will remain 6-0. So the point after touchdown fails, and Pope John keeps it a 6-0 Montclair lead. We're in the second quarter here at Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey for this Pope John Junior Lion 11 under scrimmage before the season starts in earnest next Sunday at Pope John High School.
Where's my kick return, Elon? Let's go.
Please stay with us. After this game, we will be with you for the 13 and under scrimmage against the Montclair Bulldogs. Pope John 13 and under looking to repeat their championship season from last year. Head coach Matt Emmering in the second season now, going 8-0 last year, winning the league title, going through the regional quarters and then semifinals, and all the way to the regional final in Marsh Creek, Pennsylvania, where they finally bowed out against the eventual national champion, Downingtown Young Whippets.
Elon, move up, bud. Set it up.
And the Montclair kicker setting up at the 40-yard line. It is hot and humid here in Union today. Some are holding on to his last vestiges of heat and humidity before releasing to the autumn.
Hold on the hash. You're on the hash, Owen. Matt, where are you?
Stopped off at Starbucks for some breakfast and coffee this morning, and they had the apple and pumpkin signs out, the pumpkin spice. Apple has become a big thing for the fall season. It always has been, but it's getting more play nowadays, it seems, along with pumpkin. But you can forget about that for a couple more weeks at least. Still sun, sand, surf. Everybody trying to squeeze out the last bit of summer that they can. Here's the kick by number 44 down into the Pope John territory. Mason Seeger, number 1, will recover it, and Pope John will start their third offensive drive of the game. 6-0 Montclair leads the scrimmage over Pope John. We are in the second quarter.
Get in the huddle.
Lions going to start from their own 25-yard line. The Lions out of the huddle. 1st and 10 for Pope John. Seeger under center, barking out signals. Here's the snap. Fake handoff, now it goes over to Grego. Grego through the middle and stretches out for about 4, maybe 5 on the run. We got a flag down on the play. It's going to be a false start against Pope John. So that'll negate the Grego run, and it'll move Pope John back 5. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty against Pope John. So it actually may have been a hold instead of a false start. False start would have been just 5 yards. So I think they got him for holding. And that's going to be a 10-yard penalty against Pope John. 1st and 20 from their own 15. Seeger under center. Here's a snap. Seeger back to pass. Volley hands off. Right to the middle. Short gain on the play. That was Anthony Grego with the run. A mark that he got back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2nd and 20. Lions in the huddle, down 6-0 here, midway through the second quarter of this scrimmage at Rapkin Field in Union, New Jersey. The season begins in earnest next Sunday at Pope John High School, as we'll find out from Pop Warner, middle of the week, as far as who they'll be playing. Lions up to the line. Well, the other seasons start this week as well. Freshman, junior varsity, and the varsity squad on Friday at 7 p.m. against DePaul Catholic. Coach Tom Gaston has the team ready for another season. Fumble on the play, and it's recovered by Montclair. Bounced right off of Mason Seeger's hands, and so the Bulldogs will take over. So,
let's go, defense.
well, the fumble recovery that Pope John had in the first quarter, they give it back here to Montclair, deep in Lion territory. So, ball is going to be spotted at about, I'd say, the 11-yard line. Bulldogs looking for a second score here as Pope John with the fumble. The officials actually spot the ball at the 9-yard line. 1st and 10 for Montclair. Ball at the Pope John 9. Bulldogs up to the line. 6-0 Montclair leads over Pope John here in this second quarter. Quarterback number 11 under center. Man in the backfield is fumble. Number 9, and it's recovered by the quarterback number 11 as the ball went in and out of the tailback's hands. That's number 9 for Montclair. But the quarterback alert enough to jump on it, and averting disaster for the Bulldogs. And right after that, we've got a timeout on the field. Montclair will talk things over. Midway through the second quarter, it's Montclair 6, Pope John, no score. We'll be back to Rapkin Field in Union, New Jersey right after this. Welcome back to Union and Pope John Junior Lion football, 11 under. Mike Formisano here, calling today's game. Thank you so much for joining us this beautiful Sunday afternoon. A little hot, a little humid, but that's okay. It's still summertime. We got another week to go before Labor Day, so everyone trying to squeeze that last bit of summer out of that orange. And they moved the ball back to the 11. That's where I thought it was going to be. So second and goal to go. Number 11, he'll keep it. Run towards the near sideline, trying to get around Seeger. Seeger grabs his ankle, makes the tackle. Good open field tackle by Seeger, tying up the quarterback there and refusing to let him get anywhere near the goal line. We got another timeout by Montclair. They want to talk strategy again. So we will take a break. Timeout on the field. Montclair leading Pope John 6-0. We'll be back right after this.
Guys, let's get our pads on. We're going to warm up soon.
Line up as close to the ball as possible. All those guys are paying back.
Welcome back to Rabkin Field in Union for Pope John Junior Lion 11 and under football. Mike Formisano here, calling today's game. Montclair driving again here, up 6-0, looking to find pay dirt. It's going to be third down and goal to go for the Bulldogs. Is a snap to number 11. He'll drop back the pass, fires it downfield, almost intercepted off the fingertips of number 34, Ryder Espinoza. And so a bad break for Pope John, almost with the turnover, but it actually would have put him right about the 1 yard line. So as he was just outside the end zone, so that would have pinned Pope John right back against the goal line. So instead, they'll take the chances here on fourth down. And if they can prevent Montclair from getting in the end zone there, they'll at least have a little more breathing room to start another drive. So flag was down on the turf, by the way, but it was declined as the penalty was against Montclair. So bring up fourth down, goal to go, ball spotted at the 8. Draw defenses look strong today, other than one rush from Montclair for 30 yards and into the back of the end zone. Other than that, the defense for Pope John has been stellar. We got a flag down on the play. It's going to be against Montclair. Full start. Now I'll drop him back 5. Back referee calling that. They'll move it back to the 13-yard line. So fourth and goal now. Montclair at the Pope John 13. Bulldogs break the huddle. 4th and 13. Goal to go for Montclair. Quarterback number 11 in shotgun. Empty backfield. 2 in motion. Ball goes over his head. He can't pick it up. He finally falls on it. And Pope John will take over at about the 22-yard line. So remember how I said with the interception, if Espinoza had held on, it would have pinned Pope John to about the 1-yard line. Well, this is much better territory for Pope John, taking the ball to the 22 on a turnover on down. So it turned out to be a good break for the Lions, and now they'll start with little time here in the second quarter, see if they can get on the board. Lions take over again. The ball's going to be spotted at the 22. 1st and 10 for Pope John.
Let's go. Hurry up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Guys, breathe through your nose. Breathe through your nose. Let's go. You got to get out there. He threw the missile. Let's go now. Hurry up.
Lions offense coming out to the field.
Jerseys get tucked in, guys.
Go fast. Let's go.
1st and 10 from their own 22. Lions in the huddle. Late second quarter. Again, the clock being maintained by the officials on the field, so we're not really sure how much time is left.
Go. Hurry up.
Pope John up to the line of scrimmage. Tight formation for the Lions. Ball goes forward from Seeger. Hand off to Anthony Grego. Grego fumbles at about the 25. The ball's down the turf. Montclair says they have it, and they do. The Bulldogs take over on the fumble from Grego as the ball popped out just before his knee hit the turf at the 25-yard line. So the Bulldogs take over possession, and Pope John has to switch right back to defense.
Get it back. You're the 2X. 2X. Come on,
Bad
Grego,
break for the
go ahead.
Lions there. Grego had cut a hole through the left side of the defensive line for Montclair, but as he was going down, the ball squirted free, and the Bulldogs take over. They're going to spot the ball actually at the 28 of Pope John. So late second quarter here in this scrimmage. It's 6-0 Montclair, and the Bulldogs have the ball back at the 28 of Pope John. Again, please join us after this game at 1:30 as the Pope John Junior Lions 13 and under squad look to start defense of their championship from last season in North Jersey Pop Warner. They have one scrimmage to go, and it'll be against Montclair right here at 1:30 p.m. Please join us for that.
Got 2 on the right. 2 on the right. Logan, you got to come out here.
Quarterback under center.
Good job, Alex. Good job, Alex. Come on, Grego, blow it.
Man in motion is number 2. Number 11 takes a snap. He's being hunted down by Grego. Grego chasing him down. 11 just keeping a step ahead. He finally brings him down, Grego does, at about the 14-yard line. So Grego racing to get toward the quarterback there and bring him down. And he's finally catching up with him at the 14-yard line. And the mark it at the 16. So number 11 for Montclair escaping trouble. And that will be a first down for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10 from the Pope John 16. Bulldogs up to the line. More of a spread set now for the Bulldogs. Number 11 in the shotgun. Empty backfield. Number 2 in motion. Takes a snap. Drops back to pass. Over the hands of number 9, the intended receiver for Montclair. Mason Seeger, number 1, defending on the play. 2nd and 10 for Montclair. Timeout on the field. Pope John going back to the sidelines to talk things over with Coach Sawicki and the coaching staff. We'll take a break. Montclair leads 6-0. We'll be back to Rapkin Field right after this. Actually, I think they're going to call it as a half. So we'll go ahead and we'll take a break. That's halftime now. Pope John and Montclair as the officials are off the field and the down and distance markers have been laid down. So halftime here at Rapkin Field. It's Montclair 6, Pope John no score. We'll take a break, probably about 5-10 minutes. We'll start up a new feed here on this channel for the second half. Please come back for that. We'll be back to Rapkin Field after halftime. 6-0 Montclair over Pope John.